Previously on RuneScape.
Lingerie.
No effect.
The fuck is in this crate? The anti-woke regime.
War.
Friggin' wizard. Crispy fried greasy residue. Hyperventilating. I feel like I'm on an acid trip in the land before time. Someone's about to tell me I've got mail and that Jennifer Aniston has 10 tips to get me fit. I'm about to ask Jeeves what the meaning of life is and then update my GeoCities page. Pardon me a moment while I spin the wheel of mediocrity, which I suppose in today's parlance would simply be called life. John, how whimsical. Couldn't even be bothered to type the H. No, you're not. Excuse me, sir, but by state law, all transmutations of earthly matters must occur outside of eateries. In an effort to integrate myself amongst the populace, I participated in the time-honored mating dance of the bar fight, and killed a dude. In a video game. I made employ of my spoils upon a flagon of watered-down ale, what would have been his lucky coin, had he had any luck to start with. Lucky I chose the character creation options I had, because the barkeep noted that I was one of the 2 colors they served around here. Ducks are assholes.
Now watch as I smite with divine fervor.
I don't even know what religion these people follow, and I'm already min-maxing the shit out of it. Finally, one well-adjusted individual. Visiting the local mercantile, I espied a shoplifter, which I could instantly recognize by his different appearance. Not even bad, just different. And taking up the nightly call, I separated him of his ill-gotten gains and life, and bones. I was then, as the lesser folks call it, educated, that he was in fact the merchant's adopted son. He and his wife had taken the boy in, a refugee from a diseased and iniquitous den of goblins. They had spent many years before attempting to conceive, and so had taken his advent as a sign that their love could transcend blood and even race. So I gave them a cabbage. I found out that this farmer basically didn't know the difference between the sheep he fucked nightly, style, and the penguins whose oceans he polluted, style. But that was fine, because after having just ripped the fresh-beating souls, style, from 2 innocents already, style, my blade craved more. It spoke to me, called itself Belial, promised me great victories in battle and a gold crown upon my brow, which even heaven and all its attendants could not balk. Style. Keep it moving, ducks. Let's keep it moving. A bird's nest is endgame content? As excerpted from a Shakespearean play, I trespassed into sovereign fortifications without a single challenge by the non-extant security forces, and used my unprecedented access to spin some wool into balls of wool. Can you believe that people used to worry that this kind of gameplay would addict us and consume our lives, and that they were right and that it worked? Yep, it's time. To meet that quest giver who has established himself as the main roadblock to progress. He has this quest, it's really famous, I think. He's incompetent, he has no ingredients, it's a swell time. Unlike the downstairs, which is, in the best of cases, a shanty city, but going off the physical evidence, is where the kids sew the sports logos onto the sneakers. Yeah. I witnessed somebody else do a crime and rushed to get in on the action, but alas, too late to taste the freshest of blood. I discovered an unattended egg. Pardon me whilst I burn this whole chicken. I then ran around for, I shit you not, 20 American minutes, stroking cows and begging for their sweet, sweet lactate. Only to find that apparently this game does not understand the demands upon the dairy industry, and that there is only one milking cow in the world. Which means I don't want to know what else my inventory is filled with, nor why my cereal is tasting so good. Then I ground some wheat and got my first merit badge.
Subscribe for more of this.
But I like to party.